On childcare, he came up with a bizarre suggestion that childcare should be taken out of the hands of the private sector industry and run by the state. Now, Simon Coveney just dismissed that this morning. He didn't say nonsense, but he says it's certainly not achievable. How could
we're not planning that. Just to be clear, we're not planning that. We're planning an opt-in system where private operators will still continue to operate it, will still continue to make a margin of profit. But as a result of opting in, the two things will happen. The state will make an investment directly into the childcare service, which will, over a 2-year period, pay for the wage bill of the staff in the service. And in response of that, because we are taking on that cost of the private operator, the private operator agrees to reduce fees accordingly. And with the type of investment we're talking about over a 2-year period, then fees would reduce by 2/3.
So the state would run the payroll for private creches on the basis that the creches reduce fees. By how much would they reduce fees?
70% of the cost of the childcare services is in relation to the wage bill of the state. So that's about 2/3. Basically.
So are you saying to me then that if you were in government, that the cost of childcare would drop by 2/3 to a family because you, the government, the taxpayer ultimately, would be paying the wages of the staff?
Not paying the wages of the staff, but also paying a portion of the operational costs in relation to the operator. So you would have a win for the operator, which means that they have a secure operation, that they're not worried about going under the next year or whatever, depending on fees or the number of people that are coming in. You would have parents who would still pay fees, but only at a reduced level of 2/3. And this would also be a win for the staff, because as part of this, you would bring the staff up immediately.
Surely that's an election promise that you would then thereafter break. Sure,
no, we don't do that, Niall. This is the difference, and what we're seeing now in Irish politics is you have a very clear alternative.